Welcome to the 2025 Toyota Corolla FX. This slots in right under the XSE, and it's a tribute to the Corolla FX16 from 1987. However, this is more of an appearance package, and we'll talk about that and talk about the driving dynamics and all of that in this little video at night. So first of all, this Corolla is going to give us LED accent lighting, LED headlights, the strip around there. I think everything looks really good. Daytime running lights as well. No adaptive lighting on this model, but what do you think of this front end? I think the lighting setup here on the Corolla looks nice. You've got that large Toyota grille. You've got an LED turn signal in there as well, and the accent lighting really does look pretty sleek. Now, this FX model, like I said, it's an appearance package. You've got a two-tone setup. So we've got the white with the midnight black, plus you're gonna get these exclusive FX 18-inch satin black wheels. You even get black lug nuts on here. So what do you think of those wheels? This is just for the FX model. You also have the specific side rocker panel over here as well for this FX model. And the FX is also gonna give you lowering springs, so it's about ½ inch lower. Blackout badging on here, even black heated mirrors. So what do you think of the overall look and design of this Corolla FX? Length still at about 182.5 inches, but now ground clearance is under 5 inches. So something to keep in mind. Another thing with the FX is this enhanced FX spoiler. So it's not just a lip spoiler. I mean, it's legit. You've got an actual black spoiler back here, which does look pretty nice on this Corolla. Maybe a little overkill, but definitely an appearance package. And you've got the little dual chrome outlet back there as well. In the cargo area, first of all, one thing that's really impressive here, you have a little touchpad there, but the impressive thing is just how much light Toyota gives you back here. I mean, this is a very well lit. You've got a bright LED light up there. There's just over 13 cubic feet back here. I'll take it for a compact sedan. Definitely a small car, but good enough cargo space. I've been hauling stuff around back here with no problem. Under the cargo floor, you get a jack kit and a small spare tire. I'm glad to see that we still get a spare tire back here. Now, Toyota does give you remote start and the smart key system. You've got the 3 press and hold lock button for the remote start. Everything is right here, nothing on the sides, nothing on the back. This does feel like a very cheap, flimsy key fob. That's the way these Toyota fobs have been. But I personally own a 2020 Toyota, have a key fob like this, and it's been durable. No complaints with that. It's also very lightweight. So the plasticky feel maybe isn't entirely accurate. Now, to lock it, you've got these little sensors right here, these little lines. And then to unlock it, it's all sensor-based in the back. So you put your hand there and you can enter. And Toyota does not turn the vehicle off like they used to as soon as you unlock the vehicle, which I appreciate. Now, one little complaint with the seats, not that they're cloth, but it's the fact that they don't have adjustable lumbar support. These do have some very nice bolstering to them. I definitely like that. But there is not much going on back here in the lumbar. It's definitely a bucket. It really kind of forces you into a posterior pelvic tilt, for those of you that are aware of that. Kind of a rounded back. You do have height adjustment. You do have reclining function between these two, which is great. So even though it's manual adjustment, you can still adjust the height, which is very nice. The headrest is not too far intrusive forward. And we even get a leather wrapped steering wheel. This is manual tilt and telescoping. And you've got a pretty comfortable range of motion there. Like I said, the seats are comfortable, the softness is good, the butt support is good, the bolstering is good, just no lumbar support. I wish we had the adjustable lumbar support. They should put that in there. It doesn't have to be power, just a little manual lever or something like that. No heated or ventilated seats on this model. Now let's take a quick look in the back seat. So the Corolla is not known for having a lot of back seat space, but this is not really going to be a priority family car. Let's hop in. So I'm 5'9". This is where I like to have the seat. I've got enough room for my knees, enough room for my feet. I can even wiggle them around back there. Another bonus is that you've got 2 USB-C charging ports down here. There's not a big hump in the middle, so middle passengers could maybe be okay. Then, for just 2 people, you've got an armrest, nice and soft, and you've got a couple of slightly larger than average bottle holders for the back. Plus we have an LED light right there. You've got a grab handle on each side. Over on the door, you even get a soft armrest right here with some stitching. So you get this stitching on the FX model. This is like a hard touch plastic, but it at least looks nice. And there's a little storage area down below. The only thing is that my poofy hair is touching in here, so something to keep in mind. My head's not actually touching, but a little bump. If we hit a bump in here, smacking my head. Now, climbing inside, first of all, quick look at the door. Just like the back seats, we have this white material, but this is a softer material up here. So if you like to rest your arm up top, it is soft. You've got a soft armrest. There's no like grab handle down here. This is your grab handle right there. Decent storage space down here, but not much in the way of like a taller, more traditional bottle or a bigger like Stanley style, but you could definitely fit a taller, skinny bottle right there. Go ahead and shut the door. Push button start is right back there. And one perk to this Corolla, this FX model, is we get the new large 10.25 inch screen. We also get the upgraded 7-inch display right there. Over on the left, real quick, we've got interior brightness control, if it'll focus, as well as the auto high beams right there. And then the typical Toyota steering wheel setup, it's very easy to use. You've got controls for your information display, making calls, voice, radio volume, radio seeking, radio mode button, and all your driver assist features up top, including your distance control, lane keeping system, and the adaptive cruise control. So this display overhead, some little changes on here. I have been getting 34 miles per gallon with mixed driving, over 277 miles. Quite a bit of that is highway, so I would maybe expect a little better, but that's still pretty good. I would say most of it has actually been closer to maybe 35 mpg with some idling here and there working on my computer. But different pages that you can scroll through on here as well. There's a trip A and a trip B on here, which I like to see. Tire pressure, which not all Toyotas have been showing tire pressure as of late, but you've got more controls to change right here. One of the advanced driver assist feature options is this proactive driving assist. It's almost like having a radar cruise control with braking on without having cruise control on. It takes getting used to, but it will actually slow the vehicle down if the vehicle in front of you is slowing down, even if your cruise is not activated. It is definitely very proactive for you. And then you can also change the way that the meter looks. So check this out. Right now we're at smart. We'll go to casual. Makes sense. And then we'll go to sporty. So you can change the way that this looks. Let's go ahead and leave it in sporty for our test drive. And then on top of that, you can change it from a tachometer to a speedometer, or we can shut it off. So if you don't want to have a cluster like that, you can get rid of it. But I'm going to put it on the tach, and then there's more settings that you can go through here as well. So branching out from there, that is an upgraded screen, 7-inch display. You also have this large display right here. This is a 10.5-inch screen. It comes with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The one thing you don't get, unlike the XSE, is the upgraded JBL sound system. So if that's important, you're going to want to check that out for you. You can see a little bit of your trip information on here. Otherwise, if you go to settings, there's a lot more stuff that you can change and customize on here as well. Let me go ahead and put us in reverse. We've got the backup camera. We've got no 360 camera on here. That is one thing to keep in mind. I'm going to go ahead and go back out. We have volume control, power button right there. Let me turn on that right there. So we don't have a volume knob. I don't love having to push buttons. Now, most of the time you're going to do it right here, but I still like being able to reach over and just crank it down, crank it up, whatever you want, instead of this whole driving and you hit a bump and your finger moves, kind of nonsense like that. But that's the way a lot of this stuff is going. Now, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, like I said, it is wireless. It takes up this whole screen. I think it looks quite nice as well. And with it being wireless, we also have a wireless charging tray down there. But I tell you what, I cannot get mine to stay charging worth a darn with a case or without a case. I have a iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I cannot get it to stay charging. That's not the case in every car, just this one. There are ports you can plug into though. But we've got a automatic single zone climate control. So you've got temperature here, you've got fan speed there, or automatic mode. You even have an eco heat and cool like we've seen in other Toyotas. You know, if you want it to kind of dull down the power response with your fan right there. Then coming back, if you don't have the wireless charger in here, it's just a little tray, and it really isn't very helpful. It's not really even all that secure either. That's one of my complaints. It's just that, and my phone slides around. It's kind of annoying. We've got a USB-C charging port right there. We've got drive mode selection right there, traction control, our shifter with some extra stitching on it. The stitching is the theme here with the FX model. Brake hold, nice to see, electronic brake. We've got one cup holder there, one here. This one is deeper. Both fit large, wide containers, but as you'll see, they're just a fixed size, so smaller drinks can kind of rattle around and bounce around in there. There is a space if you have like a handled type bottle, it can fit in there too. This armrest is nice and soft like that, and you've got an extra charging port inside of there, plus a 12-volt power outlet and the charging ports in the back. So you're set with that. Over here, glove box. It's not a locking glove box, but it is what it is. Toyota's dash right here is just big and soft. This is actually a nice soft material on there. Got a regular manual flipping rearview mirror and LED interior lighting. There is no sunroof on this model. You've got a little vanity light and mirror right there. Plus, the visor does not move. You've got Toyota's little sliding piece that comes out of the visor. And as we take a quick look at visibility, pretty standard for a sedan. That left or that back seat definitely takes up a big chunk, but you've got a big window right there. And we have blind spot monitoring in the mirror. All right, y'all, we are now behind the wheel of this Corolla FX. Now, here's the thing with this Corolla. It's got the same powertrain as the other gas Corollas. I do have a review of the hybrid Corolla, which is fantastically efficient. If you want to check that out, be sure to check it out in the description below. But also, this model, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder engine. It comes with a CVT and it's got 169 horsepower. Now, this gas model is only front-wheel drive, no rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive, however, is available on the hybrid. And honestly, the hybrid is probably what I would go with the Corolla nowadays, considering this naturally aspirated engine and the CVT transmission that this comes with. I think I'd pick the hybrid powertrain over this in some instances, and it's very efficient. This gets an MPG combined rating of 34, which is less than some of the other Corolla models, the gas models, that is. And that's exactly what I've been getting. I kind of complained a little bit about 34, but honestly, that's still a great number. I was just hoping for a little better, considering how much highway driving mine has been. But still, one thing to note about this Corolla, it has a lower suspension. The same kind of independent suspension as the other Corollas, but it is lower. So keep that in mind if you've got some bad roads, you've got, you know, slants and stuff like that you got to go over. And another thing to keep in mind is that the Corolla has quite a bit of road noise. I mean, a lot of road noise. Toyota really doesn't do much on their, you know, compact vehicles about road noise. I wish they did a little bit more. They probably don't want to step on Lexus's toes, make it more premium, step on even like the Toyota Crown's toes, but still. Now, power out of this and drivability, it's a very easy car to drive. It's, you know, not a fun car. It's an efficient, compact sedan, but it's got those sporty aesthetics and it's punchy enough. You know, if you go back a decade, especially 2 decades, these things are quite a bit quicker than some of those old 4-cylinders of the past that are just like, wow, it took forever to get up to highway speed. If I put the pedal down, it's quick to respond. The CVT is ready in the right spot of the RPM right away. You don't have the downshift of a regular transmission that you have to wait for, but you do get the drone, the like wind up, and it's just going to hold RPMs for a while until you get to your speed. You will get that with this Corolla. But Toyota CVTs have been pretty good from my experience with driving. They don't have the same kind of annoying wind-up sensation that I've felt with others. Like I felt it with Nissan, with Subaru, Mitsubishi, you know, some of the Hyundais I think I've driven as well, Hyundai, Kia. These do a pretty good job for the most part as far as drivability. Now, that's in normal mode. We also have an eco mode, dulls everything out. Then we have a sport mode, and right away I could feel the vehicle slow down because the RPM's kicked up. And it is definitely more eager to rev up. So if you need to pass somebody, you want to drive it a little more sporty, put it in sport mode. And this is such a low vehicle. It's been a while since I've been in the other Corollas, but it's a low vehicle, lower center of gravity. It feels quite nimble. I mean, it feels like you can really take some corners pretty sharp in here. It's very tossable as far as like moving this thing around, maneuvering, especially parking lots. This is a great city vehicle, but also a good highway vehicle considering the efficiency. Just keep an eye on that road noise. If that is something that you pay attention to or that you value, you're probably going to want to look somewhere else. But aside from that, ergonomics in here is good. I really do like the interior screen, the display. I don't love the wireless charging setup and lack of storage right here. There's really nowhere to set something other than your phone on that. You have the cup holders, but the charger hasn't really worked anyways, and the phone moves around on there. But other than that, I like the interior for the most part, especially for a compact. Just got to get some lumbar support in these seats, and I think we'll be good to go. Now, I hope you enjoyed the test drive. Overall, it's a nice driving vehicle. Don't expect a sporty vehicle out of this FX model. It's really just all about the looks. But let me know what you think, and hope you enjoyed the video. Let's go ahead and wrap it up. Have a great